Good morning, class. Today, we're going to explore the versatile phrasal verb breakout and its various meanings in English. Let's dive in and discover its different uses. Firstly, break out can mean to escape or emerge from a place, situation, or confinement. It suggests breaking free suddenly. For example, the prisoners planned an elaborate scheme to break out of the high-security prison. Let's see an example of a daily life conversation that demonstrates the use of break into in the context of escape from a place.
Did you hear about the daring escape last night?
Yes, a group of prisoners managed to break out of their cells and evade the guards.
It's incredible how they coordinated their escape without anyone noticing.
The authorities are conducting a massive search to apprehend them.
In this conversation, Ashley and Elizabeth discuss a daring prison escape. Elizabeth explains that a group of prisoners successfully broke out of their cells and escaped from the high-security prison. The conversation highlights the idea of breaking free from confinement. Break out can also mean to start or erupt suddenly, often referring to an event or a conflict. It suggests the sudden onset of something. For example, a fight broke out among the fans during the heated sports match. Let's see an example of a daily life conversation that demonstrates the use of breakout in the context of a sudden event.
Did you see the news about the protest?
Yes, tensions escalated, and violence broke out in the city center.
I hope everyone stays safe and the situation is resolved peacefully.
In this conversation, Jenny mentions a protest in the city. James explains that the situation escalated, and violence broke out during the demonstration, leading to concerns for people's safety. Break out can also mean to develop or appear suddenly on the skin, often referring to rashes or acne. It suggests the sudden manifestation of a skin condition. For example, after trying a new skincare product, she broke out in an allergic reaction. Let's see an example of a short daily life conversation that demonstrates the use of breakout in the context of a skin reaction.
I noticed you have some red spots on your face. Is everything okay?
I tried a new face cream, but unfortunately, I broke out in a rash.
It's essential to be cautious with new products to avoid allergic reactions.
Yes, I'll be more careful in the future.
In this conversation, Ben notices red spots on Arya's face and inquires about it. Arya explains that they had an allergic reaction to a new face cream, causing a rash to break out on their skin. Breakout can also mean to escape from confinement or restraints. It suggests breaking free from physical restrictions or limitations. For example, the cat managed to break out of its cage and explore the house. Let's see an example of a short daily life conversation that demonstrates the use of breakout in the context of escaping confinement.
Where's the puppy? I thought it was in the backyard.
It broke out of the pen again. I found it exploring the neighbor's garden.
We need to find a more secure way to keep the puppy contained.
In this conversation, Nurit notices the puppy missing from the backyard and inquires about it. Eric explains that the puppy broke out of its pen and was found exploring the neighbor's garden. Breakout can also mean to achieve sudden success or popularity in a particular field or industry. It suggests a notable breakthrough or recognition. For example, the band's first album was a massive hit, and they broke out as a sensation in the music industry. Let's see an example of a daily life conversation that demonstrates the use of breakout in the context of achieving success.
Have you heard of the new band that everyone is talking about?
Yes, they broke out with their debut single and have become a sensation overnight.
That's amazing. Their music must be really special.
Absolutely. They're gaining fans rapidly and getting recognition from big record labels.
In this conversation, James talks about a new band that has gained popularity. Martin explains that the band broke out with their debut single, becoming a sensation in the music industry. Lastly, break out can mean to separate or divide something into smaller parts or groups. It suggests dividing or breaking apart. For example, the teacher asked the students to break out into small groups for a group discussion. Let's see an example of a short daily life conversation that demonstrates the use of breakout in the context of dividing into groups.
How are we going to work on this project?
Let's break out into smaller teams based on each task's requirements.
That's a good idea. It will make the project more manageable.
In this conversation, Bran and Cora discuss how to approach a project. Cora suggests breaking out into smaller teams to work on specific tasks, making the project more manageable. Can anyone think of another example of breakout in a similar context?
During the brainstorming session, we can break out into groups to come up with creative ideas.
Excellent. You're doing a fantastic job understanding the different uses of breakout. That concludes our lesson on the phrasal verb breakout in English. I hope you now have a better understanding of its various meanings and how to use it in different contexts. Remember to practice using breakout in your conversations and written work. Keep up the great work, and see you in our next class.